Hey Ryan, good morning. Whoops. Good morning, Ryan. Yeah, it was a nice trade at INSG. I've traded this stock quite a few times in the past. I like the setup on it, and again, it worked out fine. It's not a big trade. It was a nice trade. I did take shares in it. I didn't take options on it. Yeah, it is a pretty ugly stock. It goes through these gyrations. It's been coming down for a few years. Morning, Heaven. Good morning. I have to leave today about noontime, by the way, YouTube folks, so I'm going to have to shut the room down at about 12 o'clock. Shut the YouTube room down, not the trading room.
Hi, little one.
Ari, VIK, all-time high, but relative strength. VIK, Viking Holdings. Yeah, breaking out here. Pretty nice move in it. This had earnings the other day, moving out very nicely. That's a nice chart. Don't think I've even looked at this stock. Yeah, Viking Holdings. Yeah, very nice. Look at that. Moved up, pulls back a little bit. Yeah, nice one. Nice look on VIK. I like it. No earnings until the 18th of November. Nice look, Harry. Very nice. Volume's marginal. Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of volume. It typically trades about, well, actually, it trades about 3 million shares. Today it's traded about 300,000, so. But it does trade quite a few shares a day. Nice one, VIK. All right, check for some questions here. I'll get right back. All right, pointing out C at a 15-year high, Citigroup. Yeah, banks are strong today. Citigroup just broke above the $96 resistance level it had been in since the first part of middle of July. It's a nice little breakout on Citigroup right here. It's been compressing pretty much for about a month. Yeah, nice look on Citigroup. Yeah, financials are pretty strong right now. Citi up today about 1.5%. Goldman Sachs up about 0.5%. Morgan Stanley up about 0.25%. But Citi looks very nice. Nice look on that one, Ari. Very nice. Coffee in there?
No.
He was under the bed.
Yeah. A little fool. He could go in on the bed as far as I'm concerned.
He likes to get in really close places.
Hey, Poopy. Looks like Dave gave you all your cookies. Huh. I'll be right back.
I'm just having some early lunch here since I have to leave for the doctors in a bit. But that was an all-time high right there in the SPY, 646.54. It's 4 cents higher than the all-time high. Now it's just kind of drifting sideways. UNH up about $3 right now, still trading at 303.55. Again, we need to get to about 307, 308 to take profits. The options right now are trading at about 11.57. 11.57. Okay, see if you have any questions. A lot of folks in here today, a lot of good callers today. Frank, thank you. Yeah, that was nice. I already had a couple in there. Citigroup was really nice. It's a nice setup in Citigroup today, moving stronger. Probably a good intraday trade, by the way. The Citigroup has been moving up nicely. It's broke through resistance. 96 was the resistance on it. Broke through there. Look at this beautiful, beautiful march higher here. Really, really nice. And the other thing, you had the VIK Viking, another nice one as well on the daily chart, as well as the daily on the 5-minute chart, as well as the daily chart. Yeah, nice setup on that. Citigroup as well. Yeah, Citigroup nice. Again, we got blue here today. Yeah, it's nice setup. Both of those good trades. I can't really do too much intraday right now because I got to leave at a little after 12 o'clock. Maybe do some when I get back. Although I wouldn't mind taking Citigroup. I kind of like to see a little bit of a pullback first, though. And here's UNH, starting to grind back up again. Here's the SPY. Again, put it a new all-time high just by 4 cents. What's going on there, Ruthie?
I just want to know what you're eating. It smells so good.
Chicken noodle soup from Publix.
Wow, smells really good.
They've changed it a little bit. It's pretty good. Ryan, you're asking about the UNH trade I took yesterday, which I've laid out a couple of times. I took it off of news that I thought was overreaction, but I took it off because it went to a high volume resistance line or a high volume support line that's been in place now since Buffett bought stock in it. And I bought it. And the reason I got a call debit spread as well as straight calls is I put a call debit spread on, tried to, never got filled on it, let it sit out there. So I went and took some calls for next week. And then after I was in the calls, the call debit spread filled. So I had the debit spread overnight as well as the straight calls. And I took profits I took about a 30% profit in the debit spread this morning, and I'm holding the straight calls for next week. I wasn't. I wasn't. I didn't have any problem with having the debit spread on. It expires this week because I liked UNH for bounce today, but the calls I wanted to be up to next week. I wanted to give it a little bit of time. Much more expensive for calls, obviously, than it was for a debit spread. Again, SPY 656, 646, 54, all-time high. Just touched it back over here. Just did it again. Very resilient bullish market in just a very slow month, chopping all over the place. Not easy to trade. The market keeps making highs, but it keeps retracing and going back. It's very difficult, and a lot of individual stocks are just not following through very well. You have to be fairly nimble to get in and out of these trades. Again, we had a nice one on RCL yesterday. That worked beautiful. Actually, we've had some losses this month, but we're having a good month. We're back up in over 5,000 now in profits for the month in the room. So I'm happy with that because we got hit by the Robolex with some news that hurt, that lawsuit, and we took, I think, a loss on a Microsoft put credit spread. We've had like 3 or 4 losses, but we've got about I think we've got about, let's see, about 18 and 4 right now. Pretty good. July was 30 and 3, which is exceptional. Very hard to do that consistently. SPY hits the high and just pushes right back off of it. SPY pulling back, forming a little bit of a hammer here now. Again, banging right up against the all-time high again. Is this an overnight trade, Raymond? Raymond, is UNH an overnight trade? Yeah, we get into this yesterday. Right here, UNH, we get in yesterday afternoon, 26th. We're in it now, and I did have a debit spread on it that I took profits in, but this is the posted one, which was the September 5th, next week's 295 calls for 11.50. Definitely was an overnight trade. Joshua, VSAT looks like it's coming out of a rest period and trying to enter a gap from 2023. Is there some point I think to take it? VSAT. Yes, I think it can take it anytime now. It's not an all-time high, but it's moving up pretty nicely here. It's a little extended right now. The 8 on this thing is 28.78. Stock trading at 32.31, so about $3.50. ATR is about between $1.30 and $2. So it's not too extended. It's okay. I would watch it on the 5-minute chart on VSAT and try to catch it on a bounce, a pullback and a bounce off of the 15 or off of the VWAP, something like that. But yeah, I like the trade. I like it. I think any time now would be okay to get into that as a long. Yep. William was lucky to get into UNH this morning for 10.50. Yeah, very nice. Couldn't hang around with all the market excitement yesterday. It was really exciting yesterday, wasn't it? Like put you to sleep. City pulling back a little bit. SPY recovered right off of that hammer bar. Another all-time high, 646.57. Q's also moving up nicely right now. UNH not. UNH just kind of trading around 303. One thing about that VSAT, by the way, the volume on that thing, yesterday was about 5.6 million. Today already 2.2 million. Pretty good volume on this VSAT. I kind of like it. Only his monthly options expiration.
SLNO Solino coming from Scorpion Capital says management stock sales exhibit serious red flags.
Oh, 10 minutes. Oh, 10 minutes at 12. I gotta leave for too long. I gotta leave a little after 12, so I'll cut out around 12 o'clock, and I'll be back as soon as I get back from my doctor's appointment. See if any questions here. Rem, come on. What do I think of Cat for a long? Yeah, I was just looking at Cat. It looks really pretty nice. It's just pulling back right now. 439. This is the Cat chart right here, the daily chart on Cat. Nice pullback, bouncing here. Gets kind of extended. Now it's coming back toward the 8. Have a hammer off of it yesterday. Not bad. And then again, 439.74. That's a breakout level. That's a pretty good setup on Caterpillar. Pretty good setup. And I like this VSAT. I like this one a lot. This is really nice. You got to go back a long way to find a higher, but it is not. It's got room up here, quite a ways up. So I like that VSAT. I think for right now that would be my favorite long. If I could, if I wasn't going to be gone for in a bit, I'd take it. I might take it later on this afternoon. Citigroup is also a very nice setup that Ari pointed out. Citigroup, very nice setup on Citigroup, and also the VIK is a nice setup. I don't know much about that one, but I like this VSAT. VSAT. Oops. Yeah, I like this VSAT. Nice long. I'm going to take some of it on this VSAT. Even though I'm not going to be able to watch it. VSAT. It only has monthlies, so you're going to have to take September 19th. So these will be September 19th, $30 calls. And right now they're going for $3.95. Okay, VSAT. I like this one. I don't expect NVIDIA to have much of an impact on it, so. Right, so we're in VSAT.
SEGG announces a strategic 1-for-10 reverse stock split to accelerate company growth. That's on SEGG.
Just guzzling down some lunch here before I leave. Gotta leave here in just a few minutes. Go over to YouTube. I'm gonna have to shut that down early today. Okay, so we're in VSAT. All I can do with this thing is, excuse me, is take it off of there and detach it like that. But you know, that takes up just about as much space as the other way does, unless I scrunch it together like this. I guess I can do that. Yeah. Does cover, the problem is it covers the scanner right here. But yeah. Okay, YouTube, I gotta shut down a little early today. I'm getting ready to go to the doctor, but we'll be back here tomorrow, Thursday. And again, thanks everybody on YouTube for being here today. Appreciate it. And we'll see you tomorrow.